Guys, hello. Metro Exodus review. I expected a Game of the Year contender, and I got epic garbage. And no, it's not epic garbage because of the Epic Store exclusive, it's because the game is absolute epic garbage. What used to be an excellent PC shooter is now a terrible console port. There is no Metro in Metro Exodus, by the way, it's only Exodus. Why is it garbage? Let's see in the sections below. First section is the story. Artyom, the main protagonist of Metro franchise, wants to explore the post-apocalyptic Russia and find out if there are any people left in the world. Well, nice idea for a story, but the execution is something else entirely. The story is uber bullshit, with bad narration and even worse conversations and animations. I mean it, it's worse than Hollywood movies. Predictable, short, irritating, and forgettable story. 4 out of 10 for story. Next section is game bugs and optimization. This game was never tested before the release, so the results are next. Plenty of bugs, corrupted saves, the worst saving system ever. Glitches everywhere, I mean it, a bug or a glitch appears on every 2 minutes. Now, like that is not enough, here comes optimization for graphics that look more or less the same as in previous Metro games. This game is quite system demanding, if we can call it system demanding at all. I call it simple, it works like crap. Frames go from 30 to 100 no matter if you play the game on low, medium, high or ultra settings. It depends on the areas you're at too. By the way, those settings are also simplified, and to remove blur from the game, for example, you'll need to do it from the INI files. P.S. Stop putting blur in first-person shooters, we are not driving cars for Christ's sake. 3 out of 10 for game bugs and optimization. Game time is the next section. 5 to 8 hours to finish the main campaign. Around 20 hours if you decide to do all the boring fetch quests and question marks in the empty, false open world. 0 replay value. Don't even know who's crazy enough to replay this after all. Epic crap in other words. 2 out of 10 for game time. Game difficulty as the next section. This is a joke section. Play the game on hardcore. I can't even imagine lower difficulties, but I guess same applies for all difficulties available, 5 of them in total. AI is probably the most stupid AI I've seen in a first-person shooter genre, and one of the worst AIs ever made in gaming history. AAA title with epic AI. I swear to God, enemies are brain dead, epically brain dead. You can literally pass the entire game without getting spotted if you want to. Enemies' vision is around half meter, maybe even less during night. And the biggest irony again is, they see like 10 kilometers away during daylight. You can literally pass the entire game without using anything at all, just avoiding the enemies. 0 out of 10 for the game difficulty. It insults my intelligence to play something like this. 0. Maps and graphics for the next section. Cool maps, good idea for maps, that's good, now bad. Terrible minimap with bad UI, it's misleading as fuck, no matter if the design is cool. Graphics on the other hand are solid for someone who watches the game only. For a player, it's a different case. Everything is dark grey, dark green, dark orange, dark, 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 dark even during the day. What that means? It means enemies and monsters melt with environment and your eyes bleed while you try to find them. Same applies for items. Everything looks the same and your eyes will suffer in search for the 2 same fucking crafting materials in the game. There is no field of view slider, or better to say, it's there, but it's not working, and this is a first-person shooter game. Very low amount of graphics settings and customizations to choose from. You'll play with constant dirt in your face, and it will get annoying after a while. Trust me it will. 4 out of 10 for maps and graphics. Gameplay as the next section, the most important part. Well, cool idea and that's it. It's a simplified, false open empty world first-person shooter with 1% elements of the RPG. Immersion is next to nowhere, in other words. Most of the time you'll search new objects on your map, kill 2 to 10 bandits or monsters, loot 3 bullets and around 10 crafting materials so you can repair your guns and mask or craft more ammo, meds and filters. There are no boss fights, there is no freedom of movement during main campaign missions, everything is generic, scripted and unavoidable. This game is also plagued with cheesy cutscenes. Radiation part feels silly and not challenging at all since you'll have filters available non-stop, no matter on what difficulty you're playing on. For what is worth, I'll give credit where it's due. There are 2 mini missions from around 20 to 30 minutes, they are worth playing, everything else is a time-wasting garbage. 3 out of 10 for gameplay. Next section, NPCs and Enemies. My favorite part. Most annoying and boring NPCs in recent gaming history. You never get to care about one single NPC in the game, even though they are your comrades, your brothers and sisters in war or whatever the fuck they are. Same can be said about enemies too, brain dead and dull. Human enemies go in range and melee form, and I don't know who's worse, idiots with guns that are completely blind and deaf, or melee idiots that charge on you with pipes in their hands while you're holding an AK-47 or a shotgun. Monsters are smarter than humans, but just a little bit smarter. They attack in packs, and they also telephone and telegraph their attacks. Every enemy in the game was made to wait for around 10 seconds to be killed before it can actually do something to you. So you have your 10 seconds for everyone here. Variety of enemies is low too. 5 different monsters and humans, pirates, bandits, and cannibals. That's it.
Are you awake?
The entire game.
It's okay.
Humans,
The doctor
5
said you'll
different
be
monsters.
fine.
2 out of 10 for NPCs and enemies.
Are you trying to kill me with
Next
words?
section is leveling and
What if
itemization.
next time you don't return?
There is no XP. No leveling in the
There's no
open
one
world
out there,
game.
Artyom.
Yeah, you heard
No
it
one
well.
to find,
Which
no
means
one to
it's
talk to.
repetitive and boring
If there
too.
was, don't you
Instead
think
of
we'd be
leveling,
already?
you'll be able to customize your
We've
guns,
talked about
craft
this
knives,
again
throwing
and
knives,
again.
bombs, and
You have to
molotovs.
accept
You also
it.
find armor upgrades that
There's
will allow you to
only us.
receive like 20% less damage or carry more ammunition with you. Same applies for your mask. Receive less radiation or prolong the time, enhance your night vision, and so on. Low amount of upgrades, and on top of it all, you can easily finish the game without a single upgrade. That's how important upgrades are in this game. Guns, gun parts are also crap, by the way. Whatever you put, you'll kill. No matter if it's the worst upgrade or the best upgrade, no matter the difficulty for a gun available, most of the weapons look like complete garbage too. 1 out of 10 for leveling and itemization. Music and sound. The final section. Forgettable and dull music. Sound effects are late, they're off balance, sometimes they're loud, sometimes completely silent. Epic crap is actually with voice acting and voice synchronization with the actual face animations. It's bad in every aspect. Monster sounds are more like a parody. There's nothing to be scared of in this post-apocalyptic world. You can only laugh while playing. 3 out of 10 for music and sound. Conclusion. In short, empty, open world, unoptimized, repetitive, boring, dull, Epic Store exclusive only, unfinished, looks old but it's system demanding, poor engine, almost no settings customization, idiotic voice acting, most of the NPCs speak at the same time so you don't know who to listen to, brain-dead enemies, terrible AI, bad UI, pure garbage of saving system. In one word, to sum it all up, irritating. That's what the game is. Irritating. It's irritating from start, and even more irritating towards middle and ending. Devs couldn't deliver in the open world. It was far better for them to stick with linear survival horror recipe. We got 9 sections with exactly 22 points. And that would be 2.4 out of 10 for Metro Exodus, or better to say Exodus, since Metro doesn't exist in the game, I repeat. Survival doesn't exist, horror doesn't exist. Nothing that was actually good in previous 2 Metro games exists anymore. This game is a pure contender for the worst game of 2019. The entire game is disgusting. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll be seeing you on the next one.
The only thing I can hear is